hear that you conduct free webinars and seminars on educating Singaporeans on CPF changes and updates, LPA, wills, and trusts. Can you explain what it covers?
So I host free webinars or seminars on important financial or legal topics such as CPF, LPA, lasting power alternative, will, and trust, because it's a fantastic way to actually empower Singaporeans with the knowledge they need to do to have an informed decision about their financials and legal future. So let me break down usually what this covers. So CPF changes. So CPF is very important in Singaporeans' retirement planning. There's frequent updates, there's frequent change that people need to be aware. So basically, when we host a seminar, we cover all these things like contribution rates, employee, then also CPF LIFE plan, a breakdown of how CPF LIFE annuity actually works, MediSave and MediShield updates, because it always changed for the last few years, and then also CPF withdrawal rules, clarifying how CPF withdrawal works when you reach 55, 62, or 65. Of course, we also keep people updated about government schemes and grant. I think the objective is to help people stay on top of the changes of their CPF life. Now, second thing about LPA is actually a very legal document that actually let you appoint someone who is called donee to make decisions on your behalf if you're unable to do some things in the future due to mental incapacity, like for example, stroke. So it's a very, very important document in ensuring that your wishes are respected. The LPA is a legal framework. It actually covers a few things like decisions on personal welfare, who to manage, who to take care when you're unable to do. And basically, in our seminars, we also set up how to actually do it step by step, and then who you can appoint, and why is it critical. So basically, we come up with a lot of scenarios where people will be able to understand or they may not have seen in their life blind spots. Then, of course, we talk about will. Will is actually a very important legal document that outline the person's assets, how to be distributed after death. So basically, in our topics, we'll be covering like introduction of will, interstate and versus estate, explain what happens if you die without a will or with a will, and also components in a will, what are the things that you need to list down, and how to write a valid will, and common mistakes to avoid, discussing common pitfall. Actually, the objective is to help people understand why having a will is important or essential in their legacy to avoid complication in the distribution. Of course, I think last one is trust. It's going to be a big topic. Let's mention it again.